Hello everyone, welcome back to Beauty in the Garden. I am T. If you're new to the channel, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome. Show you guys what I have going on in the garden. Right now I'm going to show you a garden tour of my garden and all the things that I do have going on in the garden. I have really gotten most of what I needed done till I tackle the back garden, but all in all, everything is starting to come along nicely. Here's the plants that we purchased in that shopping haul that I did the other day, and I went ahead and watered them. They look really good. I did count these. It is 11 of them. Not bad for $3. Then over here, you guys, I have my elephant ears. A fern that is right here, and then here I have my chocolate mint. I think this one is a chocolate mint. Let me see. Matter of fact, nope, this is peppermint or mojito mint, one of the two, peppermint or mojito mint. This is what I think is in this basket, and the other one on the other side is my chocolate mint for sure, because it's a little bit darker, the mint leaves, and it's starting to come back, you guys. I did not kill it all the way, okay? And then down here is the olive tree. The olive tree looks really good. This is what I planted in a video, and this olive tree is doing really good. Great growth, new growth, and the leaves are super dark green. Very, very healthy. And back here is my desert rose. This is a beautiful little rose here. It gets these beautiful fluorescent flowers on them, and I most likely will have to bring that back in when it starts to get cold. Now I'm going to be showing you flowers and as well some of my veggies as we go through our garden tour. Now down the middle of my table, so right here down the middle of my table, I do have in here is some Vencas. This is the white Venca. I do have a couple of pink that I kind of like popped in throughout, and hopefully it can fill in. But it might not fill in because of the fact that it's not getting enough sun, because it is up under the gazebo, getting not as much sun, so indirectly. So I might have to pop them out and pop them back in to see if I can get them to fill in a little bit better than they are now. But this is the Venca, the stand-up Venca. Then you have a vining Venca, okay? Or they will call it a trailing Venca. So all in all, okay, so down here, the petunias, I went ahead and cut the petunias back because this planter here was not doing that good. So I went ahead and just chopped that back. And then over here is my beautiful patch of elephant ears. This is a giant variety of elephant ears. They call them giant L's. These ones right here, they're huge. And if you look down below here, really closely, down below here, hosta. This is a giant green hosta. The darker one will be called the giant blue hosta. So that's what I have over here, and a little bit of purple queens. That is this patch right here, and some more hostas. Now as we go along, we have here is our crepe myrtles, my contender peach. The crepe myrtles are doing really good. I'm going to go ahead and cut the canopy up to at least about right here, so when I ride the mower, it doesn't slap me in the head. So I'm definitely going to cut that all the way back. And then down here is some more of the petunias. So this is a sugar daddy petunia. This is a striped variety of petunias. And then here is the cleome right here. And I think I need to cut the cleome back as well. And I need to stake it because for some reason it wants to go this way. So I'm going to go ahead and stake it this way. All right. And then as we go here, we have some more of the purple queens. Now these purple queens literally came from one plant, one cutting, and I just kept cutting and making more plants. It is a mixed variety in here. So you got your purple queen, and this right here is your purple heart, which you guys can see a little bit that it's a different texture and the leaf shape as well. So this is the purple heart and this is the purple queen. I did went ahead and sprayed because my blueberries had a disease, so I did go ahead and spray it. I'm hoping that I didn't do it too strong, which it looks like I did, because I'm seeing a little bit more foliage that is burnt. So I'm hoping I did not mess up my blueberries. So I have them on both sides of our gazebo. And then right here is a walking jewel right here in this pot here. Here is my echinaceas right there, and then some more of my beautiful bubblegum pink petunias. And then as we go to this next planter, I went ahead and cut back the petunias, and right here I got a portulaca that is coming up right here. This portulaca is coming up. It's really doing really good, this portulaca. They kind of self-seed, like I told you guys previously. Portulacas will self-seed very, very easily, and they can get out of hand. And then here is a beautiful wishbone plant. I planted this last year, and it self-seeded and it came up. So I didn't take it out. I was going to take it out and put it inside of the greenhouse. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that yet. All right, next thing up is this small little pot onions. These spring onions came from the grocery store, and I just popped them in here, and that's another way to get a quick start on, you know, your garden. Over here is my columbine right here. It's beautiful. Now with the columbine right here, pick this one and pick that one. All right, so with the columbine, you do not want to just peel this. It's very, very sour if you just peel the skin off. Now you want to eat the skin and the center of this, and it's super, super sweet, the skin is. So keep that in mind. If you want to do, just pop the whole thing in. It's very tender, and I promise you, you won't feel like you're gonna choke off something. So it's really, really good that way. So don't eat this any other way, because it would be sour like a lemon. All right, and that is the columbine that I did get from a nursery for a reasonable price. Right below here is my tangerine. So my tangerine is putting on growth. I did show you guys me planting these up as well in a video, and they are doing amazing. You can kind of see all that light leaves, and that is new growth. So it's a win-win. They're doing good. They caught, so now they're putting on new growth. Okay. And then the same thing go for here. Right here is another end cap. Y'all, I've been telling y'all guys for years I need to paint these pots, and I haven't done it yet. So here's another cleome right here, and I went ahead and cut again the petunias from around here. And then this piece right here is my thornless raspberries. This is the red raspberry, and I just went ahead and tied it around here, and I cut all the old ones off, and I made a mistake and broke it. That's why this piece looks that way. I made a mistake and bent it a little too rough, and I broke it. So next thing up, you guys, is the main garden. Here is the main garden. Absolutely love my main garden, and this is what I'm going to be planting up this year. I'm not going to be planting the back garden as of yet. I'm feeling like just kind of keeping it to a little minimum. It's going to be very hard, so hey, I'm going to try. I did go ahead and put a squash plant into that particular planter. That is a zucchini. And then you guys can see I have this blue tarp basically to go ahead and give this bed a rest, and then I will go ahead, take that tarp off, and then I'll put the tarps on the remaining beds, and I'm basically going to let them overwinter, and then I'll take them off early spring, you know, when it's time to basically plant, which is around March, April, or May. It all depends on what I'm planting. And then right around this arbor is my beautiful blackberries. Now this is a thornless blackberry. I still have not yet figured out what variety that I do have, but I will check on that, guys. Probably next spring, because most of the time we will get the same production for the company that I do work for, and most likely that is what is here, and I just need to make sure and see, and then I'll write it in my notes. But this is the thornless variety of blackberries, and they're doing amazing on this arbor. As we stroll into the main garden, I have here is some beautiful hostas, and then down below here in these terracottas is my dianthus. This dianthus will come back every year if it's taken care of. I did put them right here in the front, and I'm hoping that we won't have any problems with the dianthus as the time goes on. Then I did show you guys that these planters needed to be taken care of when I did the arbor. And now look at these beautiful vincas, right, with the wire vine hanging out. I did go ahead and took y'all guys' suggestion, and I do have both planters on both sides of this arbor, and I'm just loving that pop of white that's just shining through this arbor. Let's go ahead on in. It is a good bit of work that I still have to do, but let's come on in to the main garden. All right, so we're in the main garden. You guys can see the kale has gotten a lot bigger, and as well, so have the peppers. It feels great to be back into the garden and being able to take care of it like I love to do. And it is showing. These plants have really started to thrive, and it is giving me my return as though I gave them the return as well. And they are loving it, and they're doing amazing. Back here we have that rosemary. I'm going to go ahead and trim that up as well, and I will go ahead and make me some rosemary oils. Basically just steep your rosemary into another existing oil and just let it sit in there and just use it as that, okay? And you get you a nice fragrant olive oil. That's what I prefer to use, and just kind of let it steep in that olive oil. All right, then right beside that is my ginger. The ginger has done amazing. The rhizomes are starting to spread out, and you can see the dark foliage here, and they're doing very, very well. I am seeing a little bit of bug activity, and that's most likely some sort of caterpillar that is eating at my ginger leaves. Then I popped in that little patch right there. Lavender. So next year, when that lavender is growing, coming back, it's going to be a lot bigger. So I'm hoping that it will take up this space right here. That is what I'm hoping, and we're going to see how that plays out. Right here is my knockout rose. It needs to be trimmed up. I'm going to go ahead and cut into the canopy so I can give a nicer display of this window pane that is behind this rose. Then I have below that is some creeping jennies to spill out of this container, some mums, lavender, and then down here in this container is my daughter's dahlia. It needs a little love, all right, but it's coming back. It actually started to put on a new flower, so it's coming along. And then as we go along here, I have here lunch box bell peppers, and then right here is the jalapeno, which has a ton of peppers, if you guys can see there. And then back in these last two bags, which I did not harvest them, I don't know why I didn't, you guys. And that is my shushutos back here. But guess what? I'm gonna clean it up, gather all the seeds, save the seeds, and I'll utilize them for next year. All right, let's go out of the main garden. Ooh, before I actually leave out of the main garden, you probably can still see it. Right there is my oregano. Some more lunchbox bell peppers. This is an empty grow bag. Some more vincas. So here's my prep table. I went ahead and installed the concrete. It did take me a lot of work, you guys, to go ahead and install this concrete top. And you guys can see, here's my sink is in place now, and I just need to work my way to getting this done. And down the middle of this, you guys can see this right here is a light pink stand up vinca as well. And when it stands up straight. Okay, so that's how you know. Tell that it's a upright vinca. And then I've got me some proven winners cat meow, but I planted the cat meows in the back. And then this one here I have yet to plant out. It is struggling, but I'm gonna cut it back and it should do just fine. Over here is the Thai basil and my fig tree. right here that I need to pop in the ground. Now over here is some more of the cone flowers, which is my echinacea. That is right there. Petunias. This right here is a tomato cutting that I told you guys about. And look how gorgeous that is doing. Tomato alley has reduced down to literally 3-grow bags. I do have this one. It's kind of like has new leaf coming. Just one little leaf there. But before you know it, it's going to be amazing. Same thing goes for this piece right here. These are all cuttings along the side garden. And then I have here is some phlox, a pencil plant there, and my miniature roses along the side. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough of all the things I got going on. And you guys, this was some serious work. And I promise you, don't ever do this to yourselves. Don't ever do this to yourselves. It's a ton of work. And I did it. All right. So as you guys can see, I've been tearing all this out, cleaning out this bed completely. You can kind of see the weeds in my water that I was drinking. Along here, I have here is the purple heart right here with some hostas. Down here we have Anaheims. These are Anaheims here. Then as we go this way, we have some Cubanelles right here. A salvia, a blue salvia. This right here is some celosia that has self-seeded. The dianthus did not do that good along the border at all. And then we have here is some banana peppers that we need to go ahead and harvest. Then these last 4 right here along here, what you can see is my poblanos along here. You can see the dianthus. Then back behind here is my bubblegum pink alliums along here. And then we're going to keep going this way, as this is my lilac butterfly bush that is here. The bell peppers that I showed you guys in the video, that I pretty much got to most of it. And now you guys can see, oh, yucky. Now you guys can see all the peppers that are coming on the plant here. Then I showed you guys the dianthus that has started to grow really well. I did go ahead and had to remove the Swiss chard from out of the beds because I did have an issue with the caterpillars taking over and destroying my Swiss chard. So they were old anyway, so I went ahead and took them out, and I'll go ahead and start the other ones that's out of the greenhouse and go ahead and bring them out. Then down here is more bell peppers. You guys can see there are so many bell peppers here. Just a ton. I'm just gonna go ahead and let that rest back into place here and then I'll come back out and do a good harvest on those. And this, as you can tell, where the Swiss chard was. And then here's the rest of my bell peppers. I'm seeing sun damage, that's sun scorch. I'm not gonna worry about that today. I'll come through and do a good harvest on these. And then in this, around this sand pit, I have 3 pears, 1 peach, 2 peach, which is one is a donut peach and one is a bonfire peach, and a Santa Rosa plum is all around this sand pit. So it's a good bit of fruit trees along this sand pit. And as we go this way with the crepe myrtles, I showed you guys, I have here is the contender. Nope, this is the Red Haven peach right here. Then I need to clean all this up. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this bed down. And then I'm gonna show you guys my bull grapes, AKA mustardimes, right here. We got a lot of mustardimes this year, doing very, very well. And I went ahead and trimmed up just a little bit, but when I come back and do an actual tutorial on this, it's going to be in the cooler months. so you guys can really see how to go about taking care and trimming back your mustard dime. This is too much foliage to want to try to trim it back now, but I did go ahead and trim up the front so that the vine won't be in my doorway. And let me go back this way because I forgot to show you guys, besides the bull grapes, the sweet potato is in here as well. All right, needs cleaning up, but we're gonna get to it, and it's gonna be amazing. Now I'm gonna show you a clip of me harvesting my watermelon, since I went ahead and killed down this area here. And I do have a clip that I did take before I went ahead and mowed everything down. Then underneath this massive darn elephant ear is my fig tree right here. It's my fig tree. That's some other way. It's not in the ground, but I need to go ahead and take it. It's too heavy. It rained, so I will have to do it another way. Then over here is some salvage plants. Like I said, that was the proven winners, cat meow. And then down here is some more petunias. So all in all, everything looks really good. I went ahead and finally got my apple tree picked up. And that is it, you guys. I wanted to show you guys a quick rundown of my back garden. The back garden. I'm going to be ripping that all out entirely. And I'm going to be tarping it and laying it to rest for just a little while. And then as well, I do have here is another apple tree. So I have a red delish, a yellow delish, and then up here on this side is my Stanley plum. Now the greenhouse is rocking and rolling with a whole lot going on, and I need to get in here and get to managing it. And you guys can see it's a ton of plants going on here. You see the Swiss chard along that back, and I got to come in here and start cleaning everything out and downsizing everything. So check it out, you guys. Here is my garden. I hope you guys enjoyed my garden tour. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification so you can be notified when I do upload a video. And like I always tell you guys, there's beauty in everyone's garden. And bye-bye for now. Bye-bye, you guys. Happy gardening. See you guys in the next one.